Hi everyone, welcome you to Samsville Production. Just give you a little idea about what we do in here. We're introducing one of the finest jewelers in the nation, Native American artists, and today we're featuring a special artist. Before to introduce our guest today, I was going to mention to you the reason we've done this. All my life I've been trying to introduce Native Americans the way how they present themselves with their work. And unfortunately, COVID kind of put everything behind, but we took the chance and the effort to bring the natives into our life, to where we invite them into our Studio 66 and promote them through the lands, where everybody can see them through their from their homes, and you get to know who's the artist behind the work that they collect. And today we're going to introduce a special artist and let him introduce himself.
Yes, yate kidini do kwastana adishi taino do tanhina do yate kidini do. Hello everyone, my name is Ernest Roy Begay. The R is for Roy.
Well, Ernest, for many years I've seen your work, and by looking at it and seeing the tradition that you're exploring out here, I would like to ask you questions. Where were you born to begin with?
I was born in Arizona, a place called Tuba City. Yes, that's the western part of the Navajo Nation up there. And I was born and raised in Kayenta and Chimbito area.
That's next to
That's next to Monument Valley. So my backyard is Monument Valley.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Growing up, traditional ways of life, is like being without running water, electricity, and that was something that was like normal to us. Just growing up on the reservation, and it was so unique. And I'm just, I think back now, and I'm just so glad that I was raised up in that way.
You learn to appreciate nature.
Yes, and even livestock that we grew up with, having cattle, sheep, horses, tending to all those, and it was a good life.
So for you, running water, electricity, even going to the land house, this is the things are at the time.
Yeah, but at the time it didn't bother.
Yes.
It was just normal,
Normal. So did that affect somehow in your work?
I didn't start
Discipline.
Yes, the discipline part. Yes, how to just do your best in everything, and
that shows.
Yeah, not to be lazy. To work.
So now let's say you come to reservations and you fall in love with jewelry, or how did you start this? Did somebody influence you, or how is it like? Is it income support, or just like doing it because you love the craftsmanship?
Well, I grew up with 3 sisters and 1 brother. There's 5 of us in the family. Now, my oldest sister, she met this one person, and she married into silversmithing family. Back in the 70s, in the 70s, I believe. And her husband's name is Carson Daw. And Carson's father was a pretty well-known silversmith back then. His name is Paul Daw Sr.
He was known in the 40s, actually.
Yes, yes.
He did a lot of the classic native work, which is very traditional to us today.
Yeah. So I used to just watch him, you know. And then one day I remember he said, "Here's some scrap.
Nice.
Make try soldering." I remember I did a ring, a small, tiny ring.
How old were you?
He gave me. I was like, let me see. I was in high school then. Yeah, high school. I don't know exactly how.
So he trusted you with his scrap.
Yeah,
in high school.
yeah. So just make something. Try soldering, and that's where I kind of got interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, in high school they had a silversmithing class. Just that year, only 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. And I took that class.
Wow.
And it's not because I wanted to make jewelry. It's because just to get away from other boring classes. and that's where it got fun to me. I said, "Hey, this is fun." Yeah. And we were working with copper.
Copper, yes.
In that class, though. That's where it's all started.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
When did you start taking it to a different level? When people saw your work, did they encourage you to do more, or you just kept on trying and trying till you start becoming superior?
I kind of I tried that in high school, and then I kind of moved away from it. I just left it alone. Right. I went into getting a job with the coal mines and all this and that. There was a big gap where I didn't bother with it until I got a job in Window Rock, which is close to Gallup,
right,
New Mexico. And there I met my wife, Rita.
Rita Begay.
Begay.
Oh, she's amazing.
She was a Martinez, so I gave her a better name, Begay.
That's a feud between the Martinezes and the Begays.
So I not knowing that I'm married into a silversmithing
family.
Yeah. And that's when I kind of, alongside them, I picked it up more.
Mm-hmm. I can see the resemblance, but your path is different than theirs because I can see the love of the stones that you have as well.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about what makes you believe what a piece can be before you decide what to make it to be.
Well,
where do you start?
With me is with the stone.
Okay.
When I get a stone, I look at it, and then I picture it within my mind. I see the whole finished product.
You see it before you start.
Yes.
Amazing.
Then that tells me what I need to get, what I need to buy in the silver.
Do you draw it, or you just keep it in your mind?
No, I never draw it. I tried it before, but it never works.
It doesn't work. Because you don't want to commit unless the stone speaks to you more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I see it already, how it's going to come out.
But just talk about this stone, because that's, to me, I think you buy the crown before you get the king. I see. So when you buy the stone, what makes you buy that stone among tons of other stones?
Oh yeah, there's when you look through, like, just say there's like a lot of stones to choose from. You look through, there's always one or two that will jump out.
Right. You fall in love with.
Yes.
Right.
Of all of them.
Okay.
No matter how
you commit
much
yourself to that stone.
Yes. No matter how you look at others, that same one.
And if that stone's very expensive and it's hard for you to get, what would you do?
Oh, some struggles, getting to purchase. Sometimes I had to purchase a whole set. And these days, the prices are high.
Right.
Because most of the stones, the good stuff, you can't find them anymore that easy.
Right. So
but if you find it, then the price is high. So
but it doesn't stop you from trying
No. If I see it, if I want to make a nice piece out of that, nice piece of jewelry, I go for it.
Okay.
And whatever it takes. If I have to pawn,
really,
then I still get it.
Yeah. So you fall in love with it. You have the gold. You mentioned to get that stone.
Oh yeah.
Crowned.
Yeah. because you know when you're finished with it and when it sells, I don't know, it goes through so many hands to get to a person.
Yeah.
That
when
loves
you fall in love with it, the way you fall in love with the stone when you first saw it.
And it's funny. I see most of my jewelry in these magazines now.
Right.
And each one of them, when I just looking through the magazines and I see one, instantly, I can tell you, you know, what kind of
goosebumps.
What kind of struggles I had to go through to get to that piece, to make that piece.
Just to buy the silver.
Yes.
Sometimes
I don't have enough to pay for it.
So you put on the side till you start building some other pieces.
And I gradually get all the supplies up to where I can build a whole piece.
Yeah. So you don't do no shortcuts. You don't have I'm gonna do less silver because I can afford the silver.
No.
You still wait till you get it to perfection.
Yeah.
That's what perfectionist is.
Yes. I just get to where, you know, I put everything into it.
So that's why when you see someone wearing it, everything goes like in a flash.
Oh yes.
Good feelings.
Yes.
Yeah. This is inspiration.
Yes. So
I mean, that's why we're so proud to show your work to our customers, and we take them on a journey to know you, even though you're not there.
Yeah.
But they can see it through our eyes, how much respect and how much appreciation that we have for the work that you do, from the mounting to the beadwork, also the stones that you pick. I mean, sometimes, you know, the stones itself has the story that you said. Now, knowing more about it, we all have to appreciate it more.
Yeah.
So, and who else influenced your work? Let's say it is very traditional, and I see a lot of native artists, Navajo, the young generations, are learning away from the tradition that you guys are known for. You and your brother-in-law, Chris Smith, and Leon, and all that. So, how do you try to preserve this?
What I see in jewelry is I want to keep it old style look,
right?
Because you know I've seen so many. I have some catalogs that have real old jewelry.
Arizona Highway magazine. That's
and that's the type of jewelry I'm more wanting to make. You know, keep that more traditional. One of you know Matthew Charlie,
yeah.
Right? He grew up with us, me and my wife. You know,
he's very talented.
We picked him up while he was still a baby, and you know, up to about around 5 years old, and he's seen me working on jewelry every day back then, and I know that's where he kind of got the ideas that he uses.
Because we see his
but
work
he's totally different, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
it's just determination also. That he sees in you. He has that because you taught him discipline as well. I see that.
Yeah.
That should be proud of that. Another thing about your work, let's say, when you're done with it and you sell it, how do you feel when that piece leaves your hand?
Well, I just know that it's going somewhere, to someone that's going to cherish it.
Okay.
That's gonna fall in love with it.
And they're gonna pass it on.
And yes, they just like how they families do, you know, they pass it on to their kids.
So your work will be seen hundreds of years from now.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that amazing feeling that way?
Yeah.
So we have so much respect for that.
So you think, you know, this is going somewhere.
Yes. And truly we are, you know, we trust us for what we do. We try to do our best to pass it on to the right people who really enjoy it because they fall in love with it. from
yeah.
the day you touch that first stone and you
Mhm.
worked on it and you build it,
Yeah.
then when they lift that piece of jewelry, they fall in love with it the way you did.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to keep
Yeah.
it and treasure it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put my best into these jewelry.
Yeah.
All the way, even where each one of them, like the wires that I put around there, I match them up to where you won't even see where the seams are.
And I can see that.
And that's just in me.
Mhm.
Even the bezels, I don't want them to show, where the seams are.
Everything is
And so make it so perfect.
Well, that's
I take
super
my
silversmith
time,
then.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the amount of love that I have for a piece that I make.
And I agree with you because your stuff is very rare to find. And when you find it, you
Mhm.
find the best galleries in the country. It's not mass production. It's not too much of the same. It's just
Yeah.
each piece is unique and it speaks differently than the other one.
Yeah.
For example, what we have here, these are masterpieces that you brought. And
Mhm.
if you take a look at them, I mean, give us a little idea of what we have in front of us.
These are some of the things that I do. The beads, I started doing my own also.
Mhm.
And every one of my necklaces, you would see the bigger beads, the heavier stuff. Even the gauge wise, I go heavy. Yeah, I don't.
For it to last.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then also, I have twins. My
Twins.
daughter's here with me,
Right,
and
yes.
and my son's back home with his mother, and they didn't come with us today. So, but my son is picking up some of it.
Nice.
He has built most of these beads.
Also, his
Yes.
family is getting involved.
So
in this,
so he's picking it up, and I'm so excited.
And we'll be
I
glad
know
to support him as well.
Yeah, he's so.
So now the Sleepy Beauty turquoise you have in there, how hard is it to get?
All these days, I tell you, if you
Not
can
like the
find,
80s, right?
yeah, the color and the size that it's hard to find anymore.
I remember in Gallup in the 90s, early 90s, we used to have them in bags.
Oh
and bags,
yes,
right?
yes.
And then
I used to love doing those cluster work. Yeah.
the
And-
cluster work is just like this, correct?
Yeah, but using small stones like this.
With the sleep. Oh yes,
Just
you have
put it-
some bells. that you did,
Yeah,
the country
yeah.
bells, They went to good homes, believe me. They sure
Oh, good. Yeah.
And the
So
coral also, that's
Yeah.
another thing that you like to work with, and it's getting more and more,
Oh,
more
yes.
expensive.
yep.
So what you see here is just like it's an investment on your part.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, you use heavy gauge of silver as an extra investment. So you for you, let's say you sell a piece, how much you put into this next one, the next piece, out of what you sell? I mean, let's say this financially, how do you manage to do so?
Yeah. I usually put back like I would say like a third. Yes, because right now the silver price is just skyrocketing.
So you have to
and
keep more, save
Yeah.
more.
more these days.
Mhm.
Now that's where it's at, and that doesn't leave me much to feed
I mean, you have a
myself.
family, the trip you take to
Yeah.
travel from Gallup
Oh yeah,
to this Arizona to sell it, or you go to
Yeah.
Scottsdale, or you come to Santa Fe. That's 2 days of just trying to sell the pieces.
oh yeah.
Promote yourself out there.
But it continues. It
Right.
just somewhere not all the time. When you sell a piece, sometimes I'll use the whole amount to take my family out.
Nice.
Yeah, so
It's a treat, family
yeah,
treat. So I'll look
so-
forward to that.
yeah, this is my only income here. Ever since I went into full-time silversmithing, this year was first time it put a stop to my work with jewelry. Everything it's just stopped.
How was
I
your
mean-
income? How did you survive?
So we had to turn to getting like this was the first year I ever, they helped me with a food stamp.
Oh, I see.
One time.
Yeah.
So that, these things, you know, that we had to do to make it through. And as you all know, you know, the Navajo Nation really got hit with it. Bad.
I've seen that. Months,
Yes,
I've
yes.
seen you.
We didn't even go anywhere.
Yeah, that must
Yeah.
be very difficult.
And I couldn't work. I had some stuff to do, but everything was shut down. You know, it's not. It wasn't. It seemed like I couldn't sell anything, so might as well just leave it alone. Now it's starting to move, and
Well, this is our purpose: is trying to put you back on the map in a better location, a better. You know, we built this production just because the art deserves what is being shown and has to be in a beautiful display, and that deserves it. And that's
Yeah.
why we welcomed you here. And
Oh.
it's great to have you, and it's very emotional knowing. And I wish you all the best. And now, before we leave, I just want to know which is your favorite out of all of these, because we all have favorites. Which one is yours? Because that'll be more special to the people who've seen it.
Yeah. It's funny, you know, everything that I make is my favorite.
Of course.
You know, I couldn't choose. It was so hard to me to choose. But if I had to, I would say that this with the graduated beads. That was something different that I put together.
In what way?
In
It's beautiful.
the beads is graduated, as you can tell, and then also the blossom, smaller up here, bigger down here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very rustic, very traditional, and scarce. The Navajo.
Yes. This is nobody has it. I do my own two-stone.
So you stamped your own stamps. You built your own stamps.
Yeah, stamps. Another thing, I make my own. Every stamp work on all my pieces, you won't find another matching stamp.
For each piece has its own stamp.
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Even my bracelets, as you notice.
So you build the stamp before you start, and then you just follow up on that?
Yes. Or I'm working at it, and if I'm not feeling with the ones I have, I'll get a piece of metal and then start filing it,
That's
and then
amazing. Yeah.
make it to where
like fingerprints.
it
This is
will
like
fit in.
one
Yeah.
piece at a time.
Yeah, and this is my kind of like my what do you call it? My
Friendship?
my trade
The trade.
mark
That's right. I see it in every piece in the bracelet.
on the bracelets. It will be the same.
Is that a
stamp work.
connection that you put in there between
That's
you
all.
and the people who wear it?
Yeah,
It's like a connection with them.
yeah.
That's nice.
And I always put in there a guardian angel
Oh. And tell us about
at
that.
the end. Oh yeah. I wanted to mention that also. We've been pastoring for 5 years now. An awesome church in Gallup.
Right.
Now we moved our church to Manilito. This is just outside Gallup.
At the reservation.
Yeah, and we've been pastoring that church, and we get about 150. If all of them shows up to church,
Yeah.
it'll be like a packed house.
That is nice. Yeah.
But it don't happen.
They will.
But 150, and it's been good.
Yeah.
And I know God really blessed my hands. Everything, that God knew the path.
And that's
In
beautiful.
order for me to pastor, to get there, I can't be working for somebody.
Yeah.
So He blessed my hands to be my own boss, work during the day. And then if I had,
We are very blessed to have your
So-
work as well. Yeah. That is beautiful.
and I just want to say to you also, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And a lot of people that I have met, a lot of that I sell to, you know, very few have that love for the Navajo people, for the especially for the artists.
Thank you guys. Yeah, you guys.
And
you know,
I think I
so
want
much
to
in
say
your life.
thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you. Just do our best for everything. And I want to mention your daughter as well. She
yeah.
likes purple.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm. And
She's-
this necklace.
Yeah, this is the one that I just finished. Matter of fact, last night
Nice.
I put in, you know, some extras here and there, and made sure, you know, it's got the weight, and then and also I mentioned that my son,
His son did the beads.
did these beads, so I have his initials on the beads.
Oh, it is.
And then the rest, is mine, and I have my initials on this.
That's
the
beautiful.
nausea.
Well, you never failed to surprise us, Ernest. You have the best hands ever. And we thank you so much. And then we hope to see more of his work. And this is Samsville Production. And you can find us on our YouTube channel and also on our website, Instagram. And also we're going to be improving our social media. So keep that in mind. And we thank Ernest again. And I hope to see you in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.